Lesson 8, Using Illustrations and Graphics. I'm on page 237 in your book. Let's go ahead and look at the objectives for this lesson. There's quite a few, but they all have to do with pictures and images and smart art and such. So let's just go through those objectives. Insert images, modify image properties, add quick style to images, apply picture effects, insert simple shapes, modify smart art properties, position shapes, apply artistic effects, wrap text around images, position images, insert simple shapes, position shapes, wrap text around shapes, change text to word art, insert smart art, insert images, modify image properties, and add quick styles to images. So on page 238, go ahead and read that top part, and then basically we're going to be working with the Insert tab quite a bit. And so here's the Insert tab on the ribbon, and so here's where we're going to be in the illustrations. We'll be inserting pictures, shapes, smart art, and charts. So go ahead and read the top of page 239, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the step-by-step on page 239. So we need a blank Word document, and then you're just going to key Vacationing with Family. Then select the text and right-click to display the mini toolbar. Okay. So I want to change the font to Cambria. The font size to 28 and bold. And then we need to center horizontally, so I'm going to go to the Home tab and center. Then go ahead and deselect and press Enter. Now in step 6, it says Insert tab and then click the Pictures button. So I'm going to go to the Insert and the Pictures button. And then we need to insert our picture. So this is where you're going to go. You're going to go to the F drive. You're going to choose the public folder. And then in the public folder, you're going to choose Infotech 1 and then open up the Lesson 8. And it wants us to locate in the image Family Traveling by Airplane. So here's Family Traveling by Airplane and Insert. The picture appears in the document at the cursor location, and the Format tab opens with the Picture Tools command group. So now I have this new tab that appeared that we did not have before, that now if I would deselect that picture, that tab disappears, so I always need to have that picture selected, and then I'll have that Format tab. Save the document as Family Vacation on your desktop or in your folder on the F drive. So let me go ahead and save this as Family Vacation. Okay, the step-by-step on page 240. We're going to be looking at cropping and scaling the pictures. So use the document that we had left open, select the picture if necessary, and go to the Size group. So we need here, and we need the Format tab. We're going to go down here way to the right to the Size group. Adjust the height, which is our top one, by using the arrow keys and change to 4.9. I went one too many. As you increase the height, by default, the lock aspect ratio is selected, so the width of the image also changes to accommodate the new pages. In the Size group, launch the dialog launcher to display the layout dialog box as shown in figure 8.4. So here's my dialog launcher box in the Size. In the Layout dialog box, you can resize a picture by changing the exact measurements of the height and width or rescale it by changing the height and width percentages. Key 3.5 in the height absolute box. So right here, I'm going to put 3.5. Click OK. The whole height of the picture will be altered. Okay, so we went smaller. In the scale section, both the lock aspect, so let me bring that dialog box back up. In the scale, both the lock aspect ratio and the relative to original picture size checkboxes are selected. When the locked aspect ratio box is selected, you will be able to scale the picture in proportion by height and width by the same percentage. When the relative to original picture size box is selected, the scaling height and width are comparative to the original size. So that means when we change the height, the width's going to change. If we change the width, the height will change. Under the scale section for the height key, change to 25%, and then press the tab key. The scale width of this active picture automatically changed to 25% when we changed that height one. Lock aspect ratio is selected. The absolute height dimension also changes to 2.92, so you can see that changed because we changed that ratio. In the rotate section, key 350 in the text box, so that the position of the picture will rotate. Press tab and then click OK. So now our picture rotated a little bit. Save the document lesson folder on your flash drive or in your folder or on the desktop. Select the picture. In the size group, click crop the picture. So in my size group, I'm going to crop. The insertion point becomes a cropping tool. And cropping handles appear on the edges. So we have cropping handles on the corners or on the edges. Position the cropping tool over the top cropping handle. So here's my top cropping handle. Then drag down until it is slightly above the pink hat. So I'm not going to come down with it too much, but just so it's slightly above that pink hat. Position the mouse in the lower left corner, my lower left corner, and drag until it is close to the child's arm that is waving. Okay. Release the mouse button and then click the crop button again to remove the cropping. So I'm going to click that again and remove the cropping. The trimmed image has removed the unwanted area and displays only the cropped area. Resize the image by precise measurements to 2.51. So I'm going to type in 2.51 in the height. The width will automatically adjust. In cropping, you removed unwanted portions of the picture, and as scaling, the original picture is increased or decreased in size to fit the document. Go ahead and save the document as Family Vacation 1 on your folder or on the desktop. So save as. Okay. Step by step on page 242, applying a picture style to the picture. So to display the picture tool, select the picture. So I have my picture already selected, so I have my Format tab. In the Picture Style group, so here's my Picture Style group, click the More button, and the More button is always this extra down arrow key. To display the picture styles gallery, as shown in the picture. Hover over a few styles in the gallery and watch how the picture takes a new look. So let's just kind of see what happens here. Okay, and they want us to choose the bevel rectangle to apply to the style image. So let's see if I can find the bevel rectangle. It's bevel matte. Go down. I think this is the only one I'm seeing beveled, so I'm going to go ahead and choose it. In the Picture Style group, click the Pictures Border button. Display the drop-down menu. Click the Weight submenu and then select 2.5. So I'm going to go here and select the 2.5. The border weight is increased, making it more noticeable. So if I click off, you can see that a little bit more. Click the Picture Border button again. Under the Theme Color selection, select Blue-Gray, Text 2. Let's see, not get my colors to pop up. That's gray. Here's blue-gray. Text 2, darker 50%. And it's the very bottom one down here. So now my border's a little darker. The picture is now surrounded by a colored border. Step 8. In the Picture Style group, click the Picture Effects. So I need to select my picture again. Format, Picture Effects. Scroll through each effect option to view the available groups. We have Preset, Shadow, Reflection, Glow, Soft Edges, Bevel, and 3D Rotations. Click the Shadow effect option. From the pop-up menu that appears under the outer heading, select Offset Top. So I'm looking at these as I'm going by. And I'm going to guess this here is the offset top. To apply that shadow effect to your image, display image now with a shadow on the upper portion of the picture. So if I get rid of this, you can see that shadow going across the top. Save the document as Family Vacation 2 in your lesson folder in the F drive or on your desktop. I'm going to go ahead and stop my video here, and we'll pick up on page 244.